As I have previously mentioned on some of our other videos, Mass Effect is by far my favourite game series of all time. To date, I have played through the entire series 4 times, and as you can imagine, I was pretty excited when I first heard about the upcoming new entry to the series, Mass Effect Andromeda. Since its announcement, we have heard all kinds of mixed rumours over what the game is actually going to feature, but as of today, the day of me recording this, we are less than 2 months from the release of this game, and we have a much clearer picture of what the game is going to be like. For those of you who don't know me, I'm Dan from Digital Pinnacle, and today I'm going to be talking through what I think are the top 5 new features of Mass Effect Andromeda. Without further delay, let's get started. Kicking off this countdown at number 5, it is the Nomad. For any serial fans of Mass Effect, specifically the first game, this won't really be a new feature, but more of a welcome return. The Nomad is the player's all-terrain vehicle for exploring planetside. It doesn't take a genius to realise that this rover is very similar to the Mako, the vehicle that featured in the original Mass Effect game. It seems likely that the Nomad is the successor to the Mako within the Mass Effect universe, although this is unconfirmed. What we do know is that the vehicle will feature a rear-fueled injection boost to propel you at high speeds. On top of that, similar to the Mako, it will have thrusters beneath the vehicle to get you out of tight spots. Finally, it has been confirmed that the Nomad will have multiple different paint jobs for you to apply, giving you that extra bit of customization you need while doing a spot of interplanetary exploration. Next on the list, at number 4, is the new branching skill tree. Unlike the previous 3 Mass Effect games, which had a clearly set class system, the new game will feature a skill tree which allows players to customise your character's abilities however you please, meaning you are not strictly limited to one kind of ability, as you would have been with the previous class system. If you wish to be a mix between a soldier, a biotic and an engineer, you can be. It has also been confirmed that the game will have class specialisation, similar to those in Dragon Age. This will allow players who spend a certain amount of points in a single area of the skill tree to receive extra perks and abilities. This new feature sounds like an interesting change, although I am slightly concerned that the ability to be any kind of class will limit the replayability of the game. I know that personally one of the reasons I replayed the series so many times was to play as a different class each time. Although with that said, if BioWare provide us with enough hours of content, as they did with Dragon Age Inquisition, I may not need to replay this game more than once. Flying through the skies at number 3, it is the Jetpack. This one is pretty self-explanatory. Thanks to the new open world explorative feel of the gameplay, the Pathfinder, that's you, will be equipped with a jetpack. This is going to bring a new level of verticality to the gameplay, since you will now be able to get a height advantage in combat, and also this will allow you to traverse the planets in new ways. What I really love about this jetpack is that it is going to make the combat a lot more interesting, especially for those who want to play as a soldier. Unlike in Mass Effect 3, where you were limited to grenades and different ammo types as your abilities, you will still be able to have fast, cover-based combat thanks to this handy addition. Coming in at a very close second, we have the Ryder Family. There's a lot to talk about here, so I'll try and make it fairly concise. Unlike the previous Mass Effect games, where you could play as a Commander Shepard of either gender, you will now be playing as one of the Ryder siblings. In a similar style to that of Dragon Age 2, another title by BioWare, you will either play as Sarah or Scott Ryder, and yes, don't worry, their names are customisable. Again, similar to Dragon Age 2, both characters will exist in the game world at the same time, although it is unknown at this point whether your in-game brother or sister will be part of your squad. There has been a little bit of story details revealed as to why we can question this, but in an effort to keep this video spoiler free, I won't go into any detail. On top of that, it isn't just your brother or sister hanging around in space with you, but also your father. For those of you who can remember the first trailer for Mass Effect Andromeda, the unnamed N7 character has now been confirmed as Alec Ryder, your character's father. Again, it seems he will be customisable, both in visual appearance and name, but this is unconfirmed. What is really interesting is that Alec is a Systems Alliance hero. Although it is currently unclear as to the exact reason why Alec Ryder is a hero, we do know that he was a member of the first team to go on a mission through a mass relay, led by John Grissom, a character whose name crops up a couple of times throughout the first 3 games. BioWare has been good at twisting in family as part of the narratives of their games, and it certainly looks like this is going to be a big feature in Mass Effect Andromeda. Finally, at the pinnacle of new features in Mass Effect Andromeda, this one is pretty much written in the title of the game, we have an entire new galaxy for you to explore. As Pathfinder for the human race, it is your job to scour the Andromeda Galaxy for a new home for humanity. It seems likely that your family was given this task as a last-ditch effort and contingency plan in case humanity would lose the war to the Reapers at the end of Mass Effect 3. But the fact that this game is set in an entire new galaxy means so much more than having different locations to visit. It means firstly, there should be a bunch of new aliens to converse with, or shoot at. Hopefully this will bring back some of the magic we experienced when playing the first Mass Effect game and meeting all of those species for the first time. Although a lot of the footage we have seen so far contains a lot of the alien species we are used to seeing, such as Asari, Turians, Solarians and Krogan, we know that it has taken the Ryder family 600 Earth years to get to the Andromeda Galaxy, and although that isn't very long, by intergalactic standards, it seems all the other species we know of from the Milky Way galaxy have gotten there first. As well as new species, the new galaxy means new enemies, new tech, new directions for the narrative to go, and so much more, and that's why we are putting it as our #1 feature of Mass Effect Andromeda. So those were Digital Pinnacle's top 5 new features of Mass Effect Andromeda. The game is expected for release in March, so be sure to get your pre-orders in. Thanks very much for watching our video. If you enjoyed it, be sure to give it a like, and if you haven't already, subscribe to our channel for more gaming videos. As you can see on your screen now, there should be some links to other videos made by us. If you enjoyed this video, you can always click on one of those to check them out. If you are feeling super generous, you can also click on the link to visit our Patreon site, where any truly dedicated fans of our work can donate to help us expand and improve. Again, thanks very much for watching.